Welcome all to today's class on Doctrine of Estoppel. This is Dr. K. Sangeeta for Administrative Law. In Central London Property Limited versus High Tree House Limited, the claimants let a block of flats in London to the defendants on a 99-year lease at an annual rent of £2,500. In 1940, as a result of outbreak of war, the defendants were unable to let many of the flats. The claimants therefore agreed to reduce the rent to £1,250. This promise to accept the reduced rent was unsupported by consideration. Central London Property Limited versus High Tree House Limited. At the end of the war, the property market returned to normal and the flats were fully let. The claimants demanded the defendants should receive payment of the entire rent from 1945. In Hughes versus Metropolitan Railway Company, Thomas Hughes owned property leased to Metropolitan Railway Company. Under the lease, Hughes was entitled to compel the tenant to repair the building within 6 months of notice, and he gave so in 1874. The railway responded by inquiring whether the landlord wished to purchase their interest in their premises for £3,000. Hughes versus Metropolitan Railway Company, the landlord entered into negotiation for the purchase of lease, but the negotiations was not clear. Once the 6 months has elapsed, the landlord sued the tenant for breach of contract and tried to evict the company. The House of the Lords held that the tenants were entitled to equitable relief against forfeiture of the lease on the ground that a running of 6 months period was suspended during negotiation. Justice Dunning held in 1947 that the Central London property were entitled to demand the entire rent from the date when the flats became fully let in 1945. Where by words or conduct a person makes an unambiguous representation as to his future conduct, intending the representation to be relied on and to affect the legal relations between the parties, and the representee alters his position in reliance on it, the representators will be unable to act inconsistently with the representation if by doing the representative would be prejudiced. The definition of promissory estoppel. It is very clear that a representation as to the future content intending to affect the legal relation, the representation must have been relied upon. It must be inequitable for the promisor to go back, acted as a shield, not as a defense. The promisor right is not extinguished. When can a party be estopped? Where a clear or unequivocal promise or representation was made which was intended to affect the legal relation between the parties, when the promise or representation has been relied upon by the promisee or the representee possible to his detriment, and when it would be inequitable to allow the promisor or representer to go back on his promise or representation. Relation between consideration and estoppel. Walter Stores Interstate Limited versus Maher.